Hello everybody and welcome to this Scouting Report. I'm Dan Haiek here with Matt Doyle, and today we're previewing the Saturday afternoon match between the New York Red Bulls and the Colorado Rapids. Matt, what's your hope for this one?
I think both teams want to consider this the season opener. The Red Bulls are using their mulligan on week one. So.
Of course, it is the Rapids season opener, but for the Red Bulls, they lost 4-1 against the Vancouver Whitecaps in week one. Despite controlling the ball, they had 58% possession and passing it really well.
A good example of why possession
is a little overrated.
It's a lie.
Yeah, and I guess passing percentages as well. They completed 85% of their passes. If they can dominate the ball as much as they did and pass it as well against the Rapids, should they dominate this game?
I think it's less about those stats than it is about having that little bit of quality in the final third, and that quality comes
Thierry Henry.
Yeah, comes in a 6'3" package from France, Thierry Henry. Henry doesn't have the blazing speed that he used to, but he's still powerful, and he's become one of the elite chance creators over the course of his career. Greg Lawless wrote a good story about this a week back. Henry's chances created stat every year has gone up since he joined MLS. He is their number 10 for all intents and purposes. And when you're playing without that guy on turf, you tend to struggle in the final third. I think they reverse that. I think the play flows through him. I think they find a way to stretch the field, and I think they put Colorado on their heels right from the off in this one.
Now, New York plays through Henry. Colorado plays through the flanks. And that brings us to the WTF stat. The number is 34. That's how many crosses Chris Klute completed last year. It was number 1 in the league. It gives you a little perspective on how well Colorado does up those flanks. Their left back leading the league in crosses. They were near the top as a team. However, that's not where New York struggled last year. That's not where the 4 goals for Vancouver came from. Vancouver only completed 1 cross against New York last week, and Colorado, the last time these teams played, only completed 1 cross. Does that mean that Colorado should look to attack through the middle instead of their preferred flanks?
They might have to attack through the middle because Dylan Powers has said he's probably not 90 minutes fit for this one. And even though he's a central player, he's the key to their flank play because he hits such a good long ball. He gets people involved in the attack, on the run, especially on the counterattack, and without him, it just moves a little slower and it's a little bit less precise, and Klute in particular just isn't quite as effective. So I think that's number 1. Number 2 is, if Powers is out, then Vicente Sanchez is probably running the show for them in central midfield. And Vicente Sanchez is a very technical 1-versus-1 player who likes to combine with small ball through the middle. So I do think you're going to see Colorado try to emulate what Vancouver did last week. But it still plays to what Colorado wants to do because Colorado wants to hit you on the break. They're still a very, very quick team. They're still much more comfortable in transition than in possession. That was the same last year under Oscar Pareja. And that is where New York looked weakest. So this can match up well for the Rapids, but they always struggle in New York. And I think it's going to be a big ask for them to go on the road in week 1 for them and get 3 points.
All right, well, we'll find out if one of these teams does collect their first points of the year on Saturday. It kicks off at 4 p.m. Eastern. You can watch it on Univision Deportes and MLS Live.